Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The stage is set. Let us meet our fighters for tonight. On the one side, we have our new lightweight champion, Lamb. As of January 1st, 2016, there were 5.32 million head of sheep in the United States. Imported lamb forms nearly 50% of the total lamb market in the U.S. 72% of that came from Australia. On the other side, we have our heavyweight champion, beef. U.S. harvests about 32 million cattle each year. U.S. is also one of the largest importers of beef, importing 18% of global beef, most of which comes from Australia. Are you all ready to witness the fight of the century? Let's get ready to rumble! The stage is set, and the campus is the University of San Diego.
The University of San Diego procurement team generates an estimate of 27 purchase orders per week with U.S. foods. To decide prices and type of beef, they perform monthly tastings to decide the cut, price, and origin of the beef. Although the team does not have any sustainability initiatives by themselves, they meet regularly with students, post their concerns and requests about sustainability and health topics. Lamb currently has not been in the radar for USD Food Services. However, by analyzing trends and statistics, the team concluded that beef consumption is declining.
Welcome to round 1, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about water consumption.
Water is used at nearly every junction of the livestock production process. Beef requires approximately 1,800 gallons of water to yield 1 pound of meat, while lamb requires only 790 gallons of water to yield 1 pound of meat.
Ladies and gentlemen, for round 1, the winner is lamb.
Welcome to round 2, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about greenhouse gases.
If we talk about CO2 emissions, lamb generates the highest amount of CO2 emissions. It generates around 39.2 kg of CO2 per kilogram of edible meat. If we talk about CO2 emissions rising due to wastage, lamb generates the maximum amount, that's 35 kg per kilogram of meat. If we talk about methane, in methane the trend is just the reverse. Here, beef generates larger methane emissions as compared to lamb.
Ladies and gentlemen, for round 2, the result is a tie.
Welcome to round 3, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about land use.
Beef requires only 131 square yards per pound of retail cut of meat, while lamb requires 227 square yards per pound of retail cut of meat, making beef the much more efficient land user and winner for this round.
And it's round 4, ladies and gentlemen. We'll talk about health.
In terms of health, beef and lamb are two of the most similar meats on the market. They have roughly the same caloric value, however this is highly influenced by the cut of meat and the animal's diet. Both meats are rich in nutrients such as zinc, iron, selenium, phosphorus, and vitamin B. Additionally, 40% of the fats in lamb meat come from oleic acid, which is commonly associated with a Mediterranean diet and cardiovascular health.
Ladies and gentlemen, round 4 has ended in a tie.
Welcome to round 5, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about feed conversion.
Regional and production method differences account for a large variation for an animal's feed conversion. A majority of the aforementioned water footprint actually comes from feed production. While cattle consume substantially more feed than lamb are much more efficient in caloric conversion to body mass, meaning that for every pound of food eaten, they're turning it into more body mass than cattle.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lamb is back in the fight with another win in round 5.
Get ready for round 6, transportation.
Australian meat is shipped to many different ports, primarily Los Angeles or somewhere on the East Coast like Philadelphia. Now, after this shipping, it goes into a refrigerated truck and is driven to its final destination. Both the beef and the lamb are coming from Australia, whether it's to Philadelphia or to Los Angeles. The 1.71 or 0.64 pounds of carbon dioxide, respectively, only constitute approximately 4 to 7% of the greenhouse gas emissions.
Ladies and gentlemen, lamb and beef are performing so well.
Hold on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen. It's the last round for the evening.
Both lamb and cattle are essentially tied when it comes to waste production, with approximately 40% of their body weight turning into retail cuts of meat. The remaining 60% of the body weight consists of intestines, bones, and fat.
Round 7 has ended in a tie. So, ladies and gentlemen, looking at the final results, lamb won the round for water consumption. It was a tie for greenhouse gases. Beef won the round for land use. Health again was a tie. Round for feed conversion saw lamb win. Transportation was again a tie, and so was waste production.
After evaluating the 7 pillars of the sustainability battle, neither lamb nor beef was a clear winner. The team crafted some recommendations based on this conclusion. Number 1, it is to stop working in silos with US Food and possibly join their sustainability program called Serve Good. This will lead USD to start developing a value chain rather than merely an operational exchange of products. Number 2, given a better understanding of how the entire system works, US Foods will also be available to better communicate the impact of the supply chain of the foods they sell at campus. And last, given that what is measured is what is important, decision metrics shouldn't only be about cost and quality. So by using the 7 pillars exposed before, sustainability should be included in the agenda of USD Food Services, in both internal and external meetings.
As we end this nerve-wracking night, we first want to thank our contestants, Lamb and Beef, for putting up such a great fight. We also want to thank our team members, Scott, Robert, Diana, Shruti, Andres, and Prashant, for making this fight possible. And we want to thank you, the wonderful audience, who made this fight the fight of the century. Good day and good luck.